I have a very bold claim to make in this video. You, me, and many other companies are spending way too much time and money for jobs that can easily be replaced by a robot, and this video marks the end of it. I'm going to show you really quickly how in my own e-commerce business, I'm using AI to replace many roles that I've been paying people for years, and how it all changed overnight. Let's go. So unless you've been living literally under a rock, you definitely have an idea of how AI is actually unfolding right now. If you need a quick refresher, OpenAI, which is started by someone named Sam Altman, who used to run Y Combinator. With this program, you can easily paste in text and it can do almost anything. And with GPT-4's latest release, it's more powerful than almost any human already. How can you, a founder of an e-commerce business making tons of money, take this tool and use it for almost free to replace roles that you're currently paying big money for? Let me show you. Now, if you're an e-commerce business owner, you have virtual assistants either in the Philippines, Pakistan, wherever, who handle all of your customer service inquiries. So someone sends you an email, you're paying someone $5 an hour to respond to that email. It's pretty straightforward. Now the game has changed and we're about to let go of all 3 of our VAs and instead just use AI. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. Now if you're a dropshipper on a bit of a lower budget and you still want to do this but don't have a ton of money, you can just train GPT-4 yourself. You're a customer service agent at Pretty Girl Skirts, an e-commerce business that sells women's skirts and dresses. Our brand tone is girly, friendly, far from formal. The following 3 things are 3 inquiries that customers are saying to us. So scenario 1 is a person who it just does not like it. Scenario 2 is a person who has been back ordered for 2 weeks when they said 1 on the website. And number 3 is that it came in the mail today and it was ripped, the product. Hey Molly, a bunch of emojis, bummer it's not working out. Here's the exact steps to fix this and then we will process your refund. Done. TTYL. Like very kind of on brand and makes sense. Second scenario, again, they bang it out way better than a VA probably would because sometimes their English is broken and it's free. You can just paste this into Gmail, or there's a second way to do it. I'll show you in a sec. Second response, again, OMG, we're so sorry for the delay. That's totally not cool, especially when you have a party coming up. Like they're really having empathy for the customer. Top tier stuff. I would hire this robot like right now if you haven't yet. And then number 3, again, they respond saying, oh no, it's terrible, it's ripped, and we apologize for this kind of radio silence on social media, because in that 3rd scenario, I said they have not answered on social media. And so they actually acknowledge that, say sorry, give you a full kind of steps on what to do, and you get your money back or get a new skirt. That's one thing you can do. Now, if you want to take it a step further, if you're on Gorgeous, they're already doing this and they're about to relaunch this to all of their customers. Gorgeous AI, which is a very popular customer service help desk, will read the tickets that come in from your customers, draft a response, and then send that message once you click approve and actually edit it. Go do customer service using AI. Your customers will be happier. You're going to save more money, cover more ground. If you don't do that, like you're pretty fucking stupid. The second no-brainer thing to do with GPT-4 or GPT-3 immediately is improve your ad copy. You no longer need to write plain text emails or influencer campaign, ad copy, all that stuff by yourself. You can use AI. And I think the best way to do this is by feeding it existing ad copy that's already done well and getting new iterations. Because as advertisers, we're like freaking scientists. Like we're always testing new things and seeing what works. But your brain is only limited to what it's seen and what it knows. This robot has been trained on decades worth of information. So who do you think is going to be better? I'm taking the robot. I mean, if you're smart like Einstein, sure, but I'm taking the robot's guess. So there's 2 things I want to show you guys here. First is a post in this really incredible forum called e-commerce fuel that came out a few months ago before GPT actually really took off. And as you can tell, this person wanted it to have a product description written for canned milk tea, maybe with real brew tea, some very basic information, and boom, it writes you a description. So if you're a dropshipper just ripping products like ours every day, you can use this and actually do better. This person in the same forum said, generate a product description for an electric cargo bike with a 500-watt motor, battery, etc., and say it in the style of an Instagram influencer mom. And right away, it does that, and you would not be able to tell if a robot wrote this or a human. Like if you tell me that you could, then you're psycho, because it is literally the exact way a human would write it with the emojis. I mean, there's this one guy I saw on Twitter who put this post out saying that he just made a ton of money from a new type of campaign on Facebook called Advantage Plus. So he spent 10 grand, got 1,000 orders. So I hopped into his ad library, and here is his top winning ad. He said so in the comments that his best ad is a photo of a hat in portrait mode. So I'm pretty sure it's this one. And look at the copy. Guys, this is nothing groundbreaking. So alone from this video, this just proves that simple advertising works best. I went back into GPT-4, which I'm paying for. I think it's $20 a month. And I said, you are the head of copywriting at Dad Gang. And here's their top ad copy. I said, your task is to come up with 5 other variations of that ad copy and really focus on what's going on. And don't be BS. Like, don't be all salesy. Like, just get the fluff out and go with it. They wrote 5, but I realized they didn't actually touch on the most important thing I realized in their winning ad copy, which was writing right here, right? Their first 100 hats sold out pretty fast. That's a flaw, right? And that's what I need you guys to remember as well. Like, these computers and these robots are not perfect, and they will not just be able to write copy and make you millions of dollars. You really have to take your time, but it's not like some one-step solution. It's just gonna help you work a lot more efficient. Make this a bit more copy. Like, their first batch of hats sold out so fast, and you didn't even mention that. Like, please do better. I said, then I even played around with it more, and I said the 36-hour thing it's a strong selling point, but it's not their only one. Like, can you please do more? Just like that, they did that, and you can paste all these into Ads Manager, tweak them, run them, and I bet you this one will do better than the one they already have. And you never actually know that till you test it, so always be testing, baby. But we also have stuff going on with Midjourney, which is an AI generative art. You type a prompt and it will make it for you. And so I have some screenshots here that I'm gonna pull up. First one I think that it can really help you with is if you're starting off your first website, or like you're doing a rebrand for your website, you can tell Midjourney to give you some samples to really just boost inspiration. So again, the robot's not gonna build the whole website for you yet, but it's gonna give you an idea of what you might want your site to look like. You know, it's very important what you tell this robot. What you tell it is what you get. The more specific you are, the better. All right, so if you're very broad, it's gonna give you broad stuff and you're gonna get pretty mad at it and probably wanna break up with it. But if you're specific and say a stylish e-commerce website with a color scheme, many product offerings, search bar, and yada yada, you just go on and really tell them what you want, fast page load times. It'll go and make you a beautiful, stunning website, which you can now show a developer and get made. And now everyone's aligned on exactly what you want because there's an actual image here. And instead of you having to go into Figma and build it and show someone, it's been done for you like 95% of the time. You no longer need to search the web the way we used to, me and Anthony back in the day, and put together a long doc saying, hey, we want this image and make it look like that. Tell them that you want to have an e-commerce photo shoot for a woman's lotion brand, take lifestyle shots of women using the products in their everyday lives. Voila, you have images, right? This is a no-brainer. You can show it to the people you're paying to have a photo shoot. They now have a better idea of what you want. Second idea here was, again, this is more for like product pages and home pages, but like say you sell lotion, here's like some very high quality shots that you can kind of take inspiration from. Now, can you find this stuff on Google yourself? And the examples go on. Like, there's so many more examples that we can write about. And again, have a photo shoot of like a woman's shapewear brand similar to Skims, and it will give you images just like that you can go show your photographers, show your suppliers, etc. So check out Midjourney below. It's really mind-blowing, and there's free versions, paid versions, but it's all run in a Discord server. Isn't that crazy? What's up, Shopify store owners? As you know, we are always on the hunt to help you guys find new ways to cut through your business, make more money, save more money, etc. And today that topic is SMS. We found a platform thanks to all of our network that has allowed us to 36x any brand we work with for SMS. And their name, the secret? The answer is Recart, guys. I'm gonna say it one more time. Recart is guaranteeing every merchant that comes onto their platform a 36x ROI on how much you're spending. And even if you're on a different platform right now, like Attentive or whoever else you're on, if you're on a different platform, they will take how much you're paying and match it. If not, keep it cheaper. So a lot of you have probably heard of the e-commerce brand called CrossNet. It's run by my good friend, Chris, who I met over in Austin earlier this year. Now, Chris was on a different platform before Recart, and when he switched, he saved over $15,000 a year. Now, the last thing that you're probably thinking right now is, how does this all work? Like, I still have to send my campaigns, do all my flows, etc. And honestly, you really don't. Recart is simple in the fact that they have a team that will do all the work for you. So I signed up, switched over from my current plan that I was on, and saved a couple $1,000s per year, and they do all the work for you. So they're sending my campaigns every time there's a new holiday, a new sale that we're dropping, and all the flows are being taken care of as well. So as you know, call to action is the same as always. There's gonna be a link to Recart in our description. If you sign up with them and don't get at least a 36x ROI and boost your SMS sales based on just click attribution, they'll take care of you and make sure that you're happy paying customer. So there really is no risk here, and if you aren't sending SMS, you no longer even have to worry about it because their team will do it for you. That's a call to action. Let's go back to the video. The last one here is gonna help a lot of you because I know you're selling tons of product. Therefore, you're probably just like us and always selling out. I know it's something that we always experience on my e-commerce brand. We go viral, we get a ton of orders, then we're back ordered, and we never ever would advise you to turn on that pre-order button unless you are very customer centric and focused. But in most times, we've heard people like Moise Ali say this on the Limited Supply podcast: get the money and figure out the rest. So we leave the website open at all times. We always let the PERS just fly in. Yeah, right. Anthony agrees, guys. The PERS are flying in. But when this happens, happens, there's people waiting in line, right? Many angry people are waiting in line for their order. To minimize this from happening, you can now use GPT-4 to help you project inventory and really stay in stock when you need to be. In the past 30 days, here are my units sold for my top selling product broken down by SKU. Then I said, for those same SKUs, here much I currently have on hand for each unit. This is what I actually have at my warehouse today, as an example. Then I say, please create a table with each SKU in it, and it'll be a PO sent to my supplier to buy a new product. I want to have exactly 45 days worth, so please consider how much I have on hand and the 10-day lead time. Here's the COGS, here's the shipping cost per unit, let's go into it. And they first tell you exactly what they're gonna do. So instead of just doing it blindly, they tell you how they're calculating it, then they go ahead and do it and tell you, here's how much you're gonna need for beige small, average daily sales, target units, units to purchase, cost per SKU. You can copy and paste all this into a Google Sheet and actually take it a step further. So if you're super lazy and you don't wanna do all that, you can ask them. I said to write me a program that will create a Google Sheet using Zapier, which basically just connects all these websites into one, if you have Zapier. So you have your store up, you make Google Sheet account, you do Zapier account. This is where it gets interesting. So you select Shopify as your trigger, and then when a quantity of that SKU goes under 20, for example, it will create a new row in a spreadsheet, put the quantity in and the total cost, and update the sheet for you. So now instead of having to go to your virtual assistant, which is what we always do, we go to Shopify, we go to Ship Hero, and we say, hey, we have this much on hand, and this is how much we sold in the past 30 days. Let's try guessing. Instead, AI is just gonna do it all for you and make sure you stay in stock. So I covered a lot in the past 12 minutes, but just to take this really home, remember, 1, start training your customer service team to use AI instead of their own brains, because robots are definitely smarter than your VAs. 2, take your top 5 winning ad copies, TikTok hooks, email campaigns that you sent, etc., even flows, paste those into GPT-4 and get iterations and start A/Bing. And last but not least, because really nail this home with the inventory, there are tools that will do this for you, partially, but they're a lot more expensive. And if you want to save that money and just really cover a lot more ground, AI will do that for you. And I think at this point, it's not going to replace all of humanity, so we aren't screwed yet. Some people are saying it might happen in 2030 or 2040, which is a reality where these robots might empower us humans and we start working for them almost the way we are now. Be a G and hit that subscribe button. I have a rock here that I hold and I'm stressed right now. I'm really stressed because you guys have not hit the subscribe button. This is Patrick. I found him in my office lobby and I throw him around when I'm stressed and thinking of ideas like this one last night, and then I start filming and I feel better. So subscribe for me and Patrick. Keep getting purrs, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.